Chapter 5. Part 2. Finding the Cure. The fire crackled softly, casting warm shadows that flickered across our faces, offering a brief reprieve from the encroaching chill of the night. I turned to Rio, my heart aching not just for him, but for the innocence that he should have rightfully been able to enjoy. In the evenings that tailored the fabric of his childhood, he was forced to wear a different cloak, one stitched from threads of bravery, woven tightly around the hardships he faced. As he shared his dreams of sailing in the fantastical rivers of his imagination, I listened intently, my soul absorbing every word. Rio spoke of grand adventures, filled with mythical creatures and shining treasures, painting a world where illness held no dominion. His laughter chimed like an enchanting melody, reminding me of the resilience that lay nestled within us all, even in the unlikeliest of hearts. In that sacred space where dusk blended into night, we forged an unspoken pact to cherish this moment, the laughter, the companionship, the fleeting joy of fragile existence. I could see his spirit shining through his fragility, his determination creating ripples of hope that stretched beyond the confines of his illness. And as he gazed at the stars above, I recognized a kindred spirit, a warrior who, despite being small in stature, held a heart vast enough to embrace the universe itself. "Do you think they hear us?" he asked, pointing upwards, the flames of our fire catching the glimmer of wonder in his eyes. "Perhaps," I replied, my voice gentle and imbued with warmth. "Maybe they listen to the dreams of all those who dare to hope, just like you." In that moment, as the night enfolded us, I felt a profound connection not only to him, but to a greater tapestry of life, a reminder that even amidst darkness, the flicker of light, however small, can ignite and illuminate our paths. Rio was more than a child battling a disease. He was a beacon of hope, a testament to the powerful spirit that lives within us all. And here, under this vast expanse of the night sky, we were both reminded that our stories, no matter how difficult, were worth telling. As I held Rio close, I could feel the rapid rise and fall of his chest, each breath a courage-inducing reminder of the fight still pulsing through him, despite the shadows that loomed large. The fire crackled and popped, a fierce symphony underscoring the silent pact we had crafted in the depths of our shared anguish. In the flickering light, I saw not just the toll his illness was taking, but also the radiant spark that refused to fade, even as sickness clawed at him relentlessly. Oh, how my heart swelled for him. The pain of his suffering was a heavy stone lodged deeply within me, but intertwined with that weight was an enormous wellspring of love, radiant and fierce. It tugged at my very core, reminding me that in our darkest moments, it is often the presence of those we cherish that becomes our strongest shield. How I longed to be his fortress, to wrap him in a cocoon of warmth and comfort, to chase away those demons lurking in the form of shadows. A tender soul, fighting loneliness as much as any physical ailment, deserved every ounce of solace. I ached to reach beyond our immediate circumstance, to conjure visions of the family he longed for, the laughter of friends, the arms of loved ones, each a balm for the wound of solitude that weighed heavily like a shroud upon him. I wished I could gather them all, as if by sheer will, to offer him their familiar embrace, to remind him that hope can inhabit the most desolate of places, even if it felt like a far-off whisper at that moment. And so, in that bleak silence, I etched a vow upon my heart, one of steadfast companionship. I would be the light when shadows threatened to overwhelm, the gentle voice of assurance amidst the terrifying clamor of disease. Together, we would weave our stories, filling the void of isolation with threads of compassion and shared struggles. Though the flames raged around us, alive with destruction and despair, we would kindle a fire of our own, one glowing with resilience and the strength found in connection. Under the stern gaze of fate, I resolved that he would never walk this path alone. Each day, we would nurture that flickering hope, feeding it with laughter, stories, and even shared silences, understanding that in this chaotic dance with destiny, love was our compass. Together, we could rise above the inferno, facing whatever tempest lay ahead, determined to write a tale of survival and triumph against the odds. For while fate may sometimes strip us of what we cherish most, It cannot diminish our capacity to love fiercely nor our unyielding desire to protect one another. As the fire crackled on, it ignited in me a promise. If I breathed, Rio would never face the darkness alone. Amidst the swirling chaos of the world around us, we find ourselves grappling with a profound heartache that echoes Rio's name. Every moment of silence has become an opportunity for reflection, a chance to ponder the breathtaking fragility of existence, of life interrupted so cruelly by forces beyond understanding. The specter of Kawasaki disease looms over our memories like a dark cloud, casting shadows on the innocent laughter that should have filled Rio's days. In the echoes of those flames, I can hear the silent screams of a small child, the urgent, desperate cries for love and reassurance that went unanswered. How can we even begin to fathom the ocean of loneliness Rio endured, each wave of despair crashing over them, pulling them deeper into the abyss? I ache to reach out across the chasm of time and space, to envelop them in a cocoon of warmth and nurture, the essence of what family should have provided. Yet, even as I drown in sorrow, I find a flicker of hope igniting within my heart. Against the tyranny of suffering, there lay a quiet heroism in Rio's spirit, an indomitable will to fight against the dark. It is this light, flickering but unyielding, that we must honor. For every tear that has fallen, we now vow to rise. Psychopomp-like, we shall carry Rio's spirit forward, merged into our shared mission. This promise, forged from pain and love, binds us together as we embark on a quest that honors their memory. As we seek a cure for Kawasaki disease and chase away the shadows cast by the ominous yokai, we strive not merely for the end of suffering, but for a future laden with love, for every child like Rio who deserves to laugh freely, unburdened by fear. We will not allow their legacy to fade into the twilight of forgotten stories. Instead, we transform our grief into action, propelled by the dreams of those who once stood strong, yet alone.
Together, let us summon the courage to confront the echoes of past tragedies and transform them into a rallying cry, a call to arms against the darkness that threatens our children. For in this battle, each of us carries Rio's flame. Together, we shall shine through the shadows. Let that be our tribute, a luminous beacon of hope for the world yet to come. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden hue over the land, the weight of our quest settled heavy upon our shoulders. We understood the magnitude of the challenge that loomed before us. Two insidious adversaries, one born of illness, the other of darkness, both wreaking havoc on the innocent. Yet even in the shadow of despair, a flicker of hope ignited within us. Our hearts beat as one, fiercely and defiantly, an unbreakable force tethered by our shared purpose, to shield the vulnerable from the clutches of Kawasaki disease and the relentless yokai. In every whispered prayer for brave souls like Rio, I felt the pulse of our collective resolve. It was a melody that rose above the chaos, a symphony of determination that sang in harmony with the very spirit of this land. We were bound not only by the threads of duty, but by an unwavering love for each life intertwined with our own. The echoes of laughter, the warmth of a tender embrace, all threatened by the darkness we faced, called us to stand together. And so, we clutched our pendants, those ancient heirlooms, glimmering with forgotten magic and stories of ancestors who walked the same path. They were more than mere adornments. They were lifelines pulsing with the history of our people, the might of our shared spirit. When adorned, they formed a bridge between us and the ethereal realm, invigorating us with a power older than time, and instilling within us the courage to confront the yokai prowling in the shadows. As we prepared to venture into the unknown, I could feel the weight of my destiny settling within my chest, melding with the energy of those around me. It was a fierce connection, one born not from fear but from hope, from unyielding belief in one another and the strength we could summon. Each pendant we wore glimmered under the twilight, a beacon of our unity, a testament to our resilience. The true strength of our mission lay not just in the magic of the pendants, but in the fierce determination that coursed through our veins, a fire that could not be extinguished by doubt or despair. As warriors of light, we embraced our bond, our shared journey. Together, we would face the tempest of adversity, wielding our belief as our greatest weapon. With every step we took, we would declare into the night, we shall not falter. We shall not yield. For within us burned the truth of our purpose, the promise of a future unburdened by fear, where laughter could ring out once more and the darkness would cower before us. Together, we could reshape destiny, forging a world where every heartbeat mattered, one sacred life at a time. As we stepped into that fragile dawn, the world felt reborn, infused with a tentative hope that clung to the cool morning air. The soft glow of the sun reached out gently, as if cradling us in its warmth, reminding us of the ever-present light that battles shadow. Each of us carried the weight of our pendants close to our hearts, their enchantments pulsing softly against our skin, whispers of courage embedded in their very essence. I caught a glimpse of everyone's faces, etched with lines of fear and determination. Their eyes sparkled with the light of a shared purpose, and in that moment, an unbreakable bond shimmered between us. We were warriors born from stories of our ancestors, and doubt lingered in the corners of our minds like dark tendrils of fog. Would we be enough? Would the pendants truly grant us the strength to face the yokai that haunted our tales? Beneath the safety of the towering trees, I could almost hear the distant echoes of our ancestors, guardians of old who had stood against the very same forces we faced now. Their courage vibrated through the pendant, urging us to gather our voices, to conjure the energy that seemed to bind all of nature. We were not alone. We had this sacred lineage, this legacy of those who had fought and fallen, paving the way for our victory. Together, I found my voice breaking through the stillness. It was a thread woven from our collective fears and hopes, a vow whispered into the open air. Let us stand united, unyielding as the mountain. Let each breath be a promise, each heartbeat a resounding echo of our resolve. With our pendants as our trusted guides, we shall rise against the darkness. The air shivered with our shared intent, a fragile yet powerful aura surrounding us. Each of us took a moment to cradle our pendants, tracing the ancient symbols with trembling fingers as the flame of our determination flickered brighter. I closed my eyes, surrendering to the energy that flowed from our hearts through our hands into the pendants. It was a sacred circle, an unbreakable bond formed by shared vulnerability and bravery. As the sounds of nature swelled around us, a soft rustling emerged, a gentle, teasing reminder of the yokai, those mischievous harbingers of fear that still brewed beneath the surface of our peace. But instead of retreating into anxiety, I felt a surge of defiance. We were not merely defending ourselves. We were guardians of this realm, bearers of hope. Let the sun rise upon our courage. I breathed, and one by one, my companions echoed my fervor. We were heartbeats in unison, spirits intertwining as we prepared to confront whatever darkness lay ahead, armed with our unwavering resolve and our enchanted pendants. Today was ours. The yokai may have retreated into shadows, but we were not naive. We understood that they would return, and each time we would be ready, an unyielding force against their chaos. With a final glance at the rising sun, we breathed in the promise of a new day, our hearts alight with fervor and our spirits ablaze, resolute in our purpose, ready to march into legend. As the sunlight poured over us, each ray woven with warmth and gentleness, I felt a fragile sense of hope blossom in my heart. The fears that had clung to me like shadows in the night were finally lifted, replaced by the sweet whisper of a tranquil morning. While we had walked through the darkness, ever wary of the yokai lurking just beyond our sight, the dawn now cradled us in its soft embrace, offering solace and reprieve. What made the absence of those spectral whispers so poignant was not merely the safety it promised, but the recognition that our journey, filled with tales of terror and wonder, had unspooled new threads of awareness within us. The yokai, with their beguiling stories, had etched into our very souls an understanding of the unseen. We were no longer naive wanderers lost in the wild. We were seekers of the mysteries that threaded through both our world and theirs. With each step forward, trepidation began to yield to cautious optimism. I could almost hear the heartbeat of the earth harmonizing with mine, resonating with a shared purpose. Though the spirits may have retreated, we were drawn deeper into an age-old quest, a quest wrapped in the healing of innocent children and meshed in the complexities of the Kawasaki disease.
The air was ripe with the scent of morning dew, and as I packed my belongings, I felt a familiar presence beside me. Bayako, loyal and wise, walked with an air of heightened awareness. His unyielding gaze scanned the horizon, his senses sharpened to the whispers of the unseen. Together, we would confront the tales of illness woven into the fabric of our surroundings, unraveling the legend that had cast its shadow over so many young lives. Kawasaki disease was more than a mere enigma. It was a silent storm sweeping across the fragile hearts of children. The flicker of vibrant play, stifled by an unseen foe, stirred a flame of fury within me. It was a mystery draped in pain, one that spoke to the core of human vulnerability. How could we, entrusted with the charge of healing, allow ourselves to be dimmed by uncertainty? The legends spoke of yokai as harbingers of such afflictions, their ethereal influence puncturing the delicate veil of health. And so, with unswerving resolve, our mission crystallized: to unveil the yokai entwined in the threads of suffering and quell its insidious might. Together, we would delve into the heart of myth and meaning, seeking answers that lay nestled in the folds of folklore. In the tapestry of existence, the intertwining of our fates with the uncanny felt both frightening and exhilarating. A poignant reminder that within the lapping waters of darkness, hope and discovery could emerge, shimmering like treasures hidden in the depth of the sea. Bayako paused, urging me to stay alert, his instincts sharper than any blade. "We will find them," he seemed to promise without words, an echo of unwavering belief in a path yet to be uncovered. The journey ahead would be fraught with uncertainty, but perhaps in the shadows of the past lurked the brilliance of illumination, a chance to mend the hearts broken by the silent affliction we sought to understand. And as we stepped forward into the brilliance of day, I knew our shared story was just beginning to unfold, woven tightly with the very essence of fate and purpose. As we embarked on our search, Bayako diligently sniffed the air, utilizing his heightened sense of smell. In the realm of yokai, scent often serves as a telltale sign of their presence. By analyzing the surrounding odors, he sought to discern any subtle hints that could lead us closer to finding the culprit. However, it is crucial to approach this investigation with a fair and balanced mindset. While folklore and legends provide fascinating clues, it is necessary to view them through the lens of scientific inquiry. Our understanding of diseases and their causes is rooted in empirical evidence and rigorous experimentation. To truly comprehend Kawasaki disease and its potential connection to yokai, we must embrace the interdisciplinary nature of our quest. By melding scientific knowledge with cultural insights, we can construct a comprehensive understanding of this perplexing affliction. Thus, we press onward, driven by a shared commitment to unravel the enigma that is Kawasaki disease. With Bayako's keen senses guiding us, and we are hopeful that we will soon discover the yokai responsible for this ailment and develop effective measures to combat its impact. Our journey continues in pursuit of truth, health, and the well-being of those affected by this puzzling disease. The pendant, with its mysterious powers bestowed upon us by our ancient ancestors, continues to perplex us. Despite our efforts, we still find ourselves grappling with the true extent of its power and the messages it is trying to convey. However, we remain resolute in our pursuit of understanding. Through careful observation and analysis, we have come to believe that the pendant holds incredible abilities that have been passed down through generations. These powers, tied to our ancestral heritage, are a source of great curiosity and intrigue. The pendant seems to possess knowledge and guidance that could potentially unlock secrets and lead us towards a greater purpose. Yet, as much as we feel a strong connection with the pendant, its true intentions remain somewhat elusive. While we sense it has a message to convey, we have yet to decipher its meaning. It is as if the pendant is patiently waiting for us to unravel its purpose, urging us towards action while withholding the specific instructions. We must approach this exploration with caution. However, the power contained within the pendant is vast and not yet fully comprehended. It is crucial that we proceed with respect, mindful of the potential consequences that accompany unleashing such power. Our ancient ancestors, in their wisdom, left us this gift, and it is our responsibility to fully understand it before acting on its directives. As time passes and our understanding deepens, we hope to gradually unravel the enigma of the pendant. Through continued exploration, introspection, and shared knowledge, we believe we will gain insights into its purpose and how to utilize its powers responsibly. Patience, perseverance, and an open mind are paramount in this unfolding journey. In conclusion, the pendant remains a source of fascination and wonder, evoking within us a sense of purpose and potential. While its exact intentions and instructions remain elusive, we are committed to uncovering its true meaning. With dedication and respect, we will strive to decipher its messages and unlock the powers bestowed upon us by our ancient ancestors. As we ventured through the tranquil streets of Nemi, an eerie calm enveloped us. It seemed that not a soul was in sight for miles. The relentless journey had started to take its toll on us, weary legs and tired bodies begging for respite. Even Bayako and the other spirits, full of boundless energy, started to show signs of exhaustion and weariness. Sensing the need to recharge, we decided to take a much-needed break. Finding a suitable spot, we settled ourselves down, allowing our bodies to relax and recover. The silence around us was almost palpable, broken only by the gentle rustling of leaves and distant sounds of nature. The stillness of the village created an ambience of serenity, a welcome contrast to our vigorous journey. As we caught our breath, we took the opportunity to observe our surroundings. Nemi, once a vibrant community, now stood frozen in time. Abandoned houses and shuttered shops told the haunting tale of a place left behind a casualty of unforeseen circumstances. Nature had started to reclaim its territory, with lush greenery engulfing the crumbling structures. The break not only provided physical rejuvenation, but also gave us a chance to reflect on the significance of our journey. Nemi was not just a small village trapped in a post-apocalyptic world, but a symbol of resilience and the human spirit. Its deserted streets were a reminder of the consequences that can arise from unexpected disasters. However, it was also a testament to the power of community and the hope for a better future. While the tiredness still lingered in our bodies, our spirits remained unwavering. We knew that our mission to honor the memories of this forgotten place was far from over. With renewed strength gained from our brief respite, we set forth once more, determined to continue our exploration. As we left the temporary sanctuary behind, we couldn't help but feel a mixture of sadness and hope. Sadness for the once thriving community is now lost in time, but we hope that our efforts will help shed light on their story and bring a sense of closure to those affected. With every step, we carried the weight of their unspoken words, their forgotten dreams, and their enduring legacy. And so we pressed on, ready to face the challenges that lay ahead, driven by a deep sense of purpose. The small village of Nemi may have been abandoned by its residents, but it will never be forgotten. After taking a well-deserved break, we found ourselves standing in a gentle breeze. With a sense of curiosity and adventure, we collectively decided to embark on a journey down a seemingly narrow road that lay right in front of us. Uncertain of what lay ahead, our main objective was to unravel the mysteries of this path and to assess any potential dangers or lurking yokai. Bayako, our trusted companion, took on the responsibility of sniffing the air, relying on his heightened senses to detect any potential threats or indications of infected yokai. His acute sense of smell had proven invaluable on numerous occasions, providing us with essential insights and ensuring our safety. We understood that the presence of any infected yokai could pose a significant risk, threatening not only our physical well-being, but also our mission to explore and understand the unknown. As we ventured further along the road, our senses heightened, and the anticipation grew. The air carried a distinct aroma, a blend of damp earth and foliage, which added an aura of mystery to our surroundings. Bayako's occasional pauses and focused sniffs indicated that he had homed in on something significant. While the road appeared narrow, it offered intriguing possibilities. We pondered its destination, wondering if it would lead us to a hidden realm, an ancient shrine, or perhaps a bustling yokai marketplace. The uncertainty fueled our excitement, pushing us forward, despite the potential dangers that awaited us on the other end. In this moment, our group stood united, bound by a shared purpose of discovery and a deep respect for the presence of yokai. We understood the importance of approaching these creatures and their environments with fairness and open-mindedness, not succumbing to preconceived notions or prejudices. As we continued down the road, curiosity mingled with caution. We recognized that encountering yokai, be they mischievous or benevolent, would require us to maintain a delicate balance between respect and self-preservation. We were committed to the exploration, but we also remained vigilant, ensuring the safety of both us and the yokai we encountered. Whether this road would lead us to enlightenment or challenge us with unforeseen obstacles remained to be seen. Our resolve was unwavering, and our trust in Byako's senses was steadfast. With every step, we embraced the unknown and remained open to the lessons that awaited us, no matter what lurked beyond the end of the road. Byako, one of our group members, suddenly halted in his tracks and alerted us to a peculiar scent in the air. Intrigued, we turned our gazes toward the sky and witnessed an approaching entity. The yokai closing in on us resembled a sizable horsefly, possessing imposing, razor-sharp wings. What struck me most was its distinctive stinger, reminiscent of a bee. Reacting swiftly, Haruna raised his voice, warning us to be vigilant and swiftly move aside. Taking his warning seriously, we all swiftly evaded the imminent danger. During the encounter with the yokai, our group narrowly avoided being struck by its attack. However, Kazu was not completely unscathed. The yokai's stinger grazed his hand, causing him some pain. He fell to one knee, clutching his injured hand. The stinging sensation fueled his anger, intensifying his determination to retaliate. To ensure our safety, Zasaka bravely acted. Recognizing the need for a distraction, he unleashed a barrage of fireballs towards the advancing yokai. With each strike, the flames lashed out, striking the creature with force. Zasaka's strategy aimed to divert the enemy's attention long enough for the rest of us to escape safely. With his relentless assault, he was able to create a window of opportunity for us to retreat from the menacing yokai. It was evident that the encounter had triggered a surge of adrenaline within our group. Kazu's injury served as a painful reminder of the danger we faced, igniting a fiery determination to protect ourselves. Zasaka's selfless act of distraction laid the groundwork for our escape, proving his unwavering loyalty to the group. In the face of adversity, our resolve was tested, pushing us to tap into our hidden strengths. This encounter with the yokai served as a potent reminder of the power and resilience within us when confronted with danger. As night draped its cloak over the land, the shadows deepened around us, and the air grew thick with the scent of damp earth and decaying wood. The building loomed before us, a relic of a time long past. Its windows shattered like teeth, and its facade shrouded in the tendrils of gnarled roots. In that moment, it felt less like a shelter and more like a trap, but we had little choice. Zasaka circled above, his wings casting a fleeting silhouette against the swirling night, signaling that the danger was still near. Kazu winced beside me, his breath hitching as he shifted his weight. "We have to hurry," he murmured, though the pain etched into his features spoke volumes about his suffering. The discoloration creeping up his arm was a stark reminder of the peril we faced. We had lost too much already. I refused to allow that stinger to claim him. Discussions blended into murmurs as we strategized around the growing shadows. We dissected everything we had learned about the yokai, creatures of myth wrought with the intensity of storms. Their venomous sting, a harbinger of despair, twisted their victims in ways unknown. I stared at Kazu, the youngest and most spirited of us all, recalling how he had leaped into danger without hesitation, modifying the fear that gripped us all. "This is madness," I thought, running a hand through my hair, hoping to dispel my spiraling thoughts. But then, something within my pendant pulsed, a warm glow that shot through the darkness, igniting my senses. A shimmering light enveloped me, and I instinctively clutched it tighter, the metallic coolness grounding me as images flickered across my mind like fireflies. A dragon born of flame flickered before my vision, its scales glinting like molten metal, imprisoned within a fragile shell of an egg. I could almost hear its roar, a thunderous call echoing in the chambers of my heart. Its presence swelled with an urgency that resonated deep within me, as if it were a guardian spirit reaching out to weave hope into the fabric of our growing despair. "Do not despair," I murmured, relaying the essence of the dragon's message to my friends huddled near. "We are not just ordinary mortals in this fight. We have a purpose, a strength that we have yet to unravel, and if we lean on one another, if we harness this gift, the gift of our bond, we can conquer the yokai.
Zusaka landed gracefully beside us, his amber eyes glimmering with resolve as he regarded Kazu. You are strong, Kazu, and we draw our energy from your bravery. We won't let this sting defeat you. Use our strength. Let us channel it. Kazu nodded, determination hardening in his eyes. So what's next? His voice quivered but held firm. I glanced at my pendant again, its glow pulsing with possibilities, and then met each friend's gaze. We need to find a way to exploit the poison, I said. We've been looking at this through the lens of fear. Instead, we can see it as an opportunity. If the poison is in the stingers, we can create a counteragent. In that moment, it felt like the night was no longer our enemy. Instead, it was a canvas ready for us to paint our story, our tale of resilience and hope. With a plan in mind and hearts aligned, we prepared our minds for the journey ahead, for there was power in unity and strength in the bonds we shared. Together, we would face the darkness that loomed over us, a band of warriors forged in trials and bound by destiny. The yokai would not claim us. We were ready to take back our world.